Hey, James, Daily Freak Show. Wow! Freak Show. So I'm sitting here with Keoki Lover, Lady Lotta Do.
Hi.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Exactly what you did. You did that Keoki Lotta Do.
Keoki Lotta, Lady Love, Lotta Do.
In the YouTube video.
And that's when we used to make fun of you all the time.
There's a YouTube video of you and I making out.
There's a YouTube
video. If you type in James and Keoki making out YouTube, it'll come up.
No.
James.
Oh, it's so sexy. No. It's so sexy. I know how these guys got to the top.
Michael Alig, is he around? Not at all. Don't worry about it. It's just the camera, me, and you. And these gloves. Fierce.
Oh, yeah, because listen, I don't know where I was during this. Because I would have, if I made out with you, Keoki, I would have been able to die happy because I was in love.
We're gonna be honest here, right?
Yeah.
It was
The worst thing you've ever had.
It was when you and I discovered cocaine.
But why would we make out on coke? We would make out on ecstasy or K.
It's not coke. When you watch the video, I remember.
Are we cute?
Yeah, we look cute. But
It was really cute.
I was acting really girly, and you were like, "Oh, come on."
Wait, you were girly back then? Because you were like the toughest thing that I'd ever...
Whenever I did coke with you, I turned into a big girl.
Oh, God. Do you have any right now?
No, I don't have it.
Okay, wait.
Actually, if you notice in the video, it's James taking advantage of me.
Is it? Is it? Was I totally molesting you?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, come here, and Larry T's in the background going, oh, hot.
That's real. I really do not remember this. My whole life, I've always told everyone that I was in love with Keoki, and you rebuffed my every advance.
I didn't realize.
Obviously.
I saw that. I've heard you say that, and of course I've read it. But then I saw this video, and I was like, whoa. Because I'm making out with him. I'm like kissing him back. And I say something like, where's Michael Alig? Or something.
I swear to God, though, this is one of those things. I swear to God that I do not remember ever making out with you once. I know that I was in love with you, and I know...
We made out a couple times, and Larry T was behind us going, ooh, that's hot, ooh, that's hot.
See, this is why I'm so glad that...
I mean, come on.
Well, this is why I'm so glad that I'm interviewing right now, because I never... this totally changes everything that my life, I thought, was about my life.
It was just before the time we went to Puerto Rico.
One time we went to Puerto Rico. I
was like, James, you want to go to Puerto Rico?
No. We were really fucked up. We were really fucked up. And we woke up. We had just gotten paid from the world. And we got on the plane and we woke up in Puerto Rico and like sort of had forgotten how we even got there. Right. You had to call Michael. I had to call Colin, and we both had to tell them that it was that their boyfriends were in Puerto Rico with each other. And
we did the same thing when we went to Berlin. Do you remember that? We stand,
yes.
And they refused to clean our hotel room because you bought ball gowns. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Anyway, let's start from the very beginning. I have known you for how long?
25 years.
Has it been? Or has it been? Wait, we met in what? 86?
86, 85.
You know, when I first met you, do you remember the night?
Vaguely. I do. It was the night of the area opening or something. It was
when you were in your underwear tied to a bed.
At area in the back, yes.
And I don't remember what the party was for, but I remember...
We were there for a few seconds because you wanted to leave because it was another opening.
No. That was the opening of the tunnel when it was the King and Queen of Downtown or something like that. And that's when Michael Musto and I were making fun of you.
But I remember what you were wearing. You were wearing the Jean-Paul Gaultier dress.
I remember, and you threw me in the fountain. After I swear to God, he called me. We ran after you, and we were like, "Oh my God, it's the It Boy!"
Yeah,
because you won the It Boy title, and nobody had ever heard of you, and so we were making fun of you. And you picked me up, you threw me in the fountain, and that's when I fell in love.
He was wearing the Gaultier dress, the silver one. I remember that. Yeah. There was a fountain around the bed. There was cigarette butts in it, and you threw you in it. There was cigarette butts in the.
And I had spent all day at the beauty salon, and my hair was like in this beautiful.
I didn't know that, but I just remember throwing you. You angered me, and I threw you in the fucking pool.
And it wasn't the first time, and it wasn't the last time. But okay, first of all, you look absolutely spectacular right now. You look tough as fuck. You're scaring me. You're so rough. When did this happen?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe when I stopped doing drugs. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Saying that to me.
So you stopped doing drugs?
I stopped doing drugs.
Did you find Christ? Have you renounced all your sins? Are you a vegan? What's going on?
Oh, well, I had a heart attack.
How old are you, Keoki?
I am 44 years old.
You're 44 years old. You had a heart attack. What does that mean? What's going on? What the fuck?
I'm not quite sure what that means.
It's obviously 25 years of hard living because I've been with you for 25 of those years.
Yeah.
anytime you're confronted with mortality, like you have to reevaluate everything. You have to say, I mean, did you do that? Did you say, what is my legacy? What am I bringing to the world?
No, that happened years ago.
What happened?
Years ago, I was faced with that. I think it was during the Club Kid era when all that drama went down that I faced everything. Like I realized life is short and nothing's forever. So it's not like I'm numb to it. I don't feel it, but it happens and you go on with it. It's like, okay, you know, it's my third friend that killed himself this year. It's like,
you know, that's the most annoying thing about death, and this is sort of, we didn't want to go here, whatever. But the fact that life just goes on, it's the weirdest thing. Like people, they're gone, and then like the next day you wake up and everything. That just freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, it does freak me out too. I mean, I didn't realize I was numb for 4 years after, you know, the whole Michael Alig thing. I mean, I walked around thinking everything was fine, but people look at you different, and you realize, well, what's the matter? Before there was a movie or a book, people actually thought that maybe I was involved. Or
well, I know that I got that too. I remember the reason why I left New York was because I was being tarred with the same brush as Michael, and I wasn't allowed in any clubs because everyone thought I had killed him.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, what do you mean? Why am I being treated differently? You know, then you realize, oh shit, it's because of this. And you start to realize it after years of, you know, walking around thinking I was like, oh, nothing's wrong.
Well, okay, now let's talk a little bit about Party Monster and how it changed your life and how it affected your life, because obviously it had to in some way.
Oh! How did it change my life?
Do people still talk to you? Because I know every single day of my life I get. Do you still talk to Michael Alig? And how do you feel about the movie? And did Seth do a good job? Did Wilmer do a good job?
Well, I don't think Wilmer could have done a good job. He never even met me. He was supposed to meet me for dinner.
Wilmer never met you?
No, never even met me.
Well, you met him afterwards. You met him at some of the parties.
Like, yeah, a couple. I mean, afterwards I met him. I said hello, whatever. After.
Wait, you went over and you.
Yeah, but he dissed me twice.
What?
It was him. He was supposed to meet me for dinner twice, and I had dinner with Macaulay a few times.
Yeah, no, Macaulay's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wilmer's actually a wonderful person.
I've seen.
No, we aren't dissing. I love Wilmer. Big fat.
Since then, Seth's really sweet. Still remembers me. That's why I was so generous to Macaulay. I told him everything. I told him all Michael and my like sexual secrets, and just so he would play him right. I wanted him to like play Michael.
What are those sexual secrets? Tell me. Yeah. Oh my God! The time his ass fell out, and you had to put it back in with a pencil.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you remember the time Michael's ass came out, and it was like a pink sock.
I don't remember that.
We all know this story. We've all been telling this story for 20 years now, or maybe it was your ass that came out.
Maybe it was my ass, because I don't think that might have been Michael, did it?
And you had to push it back in with a pencil. You had to push his
that
anus
is
back
bullshit,
in.
Jake.
Come on.
Story.
That's fucking. Don't you remember? Oh my God! This is a story that's been around Clubland forever.
That you made up.
Did I?
And it had nothing to do with Michael and I. Michael's butthole was always tight. I mean, come on.
And that's what we're putting on a loop. That's the takeaway from the interview. Michael's butthole was so tight. There was no pink sock. Wasn't so. I was just in Richmond. We just went to a party, and I did some Molly. You know, the kids are doing Molly. Yeah. And so I did some Molly, and I was throwing up all over the place.
Snorted it?
I snorted it, and I snorted like a line like this, and I was throwing up. This was a couple weeks ago. And I mean, literally, and I am not like that anymore. You know that I'm very good. But so people were coming up to me and they're like, James, we drove 3 hours to meet you, and I'd be like, "Bleh!" And I'd throw up all over. And it was just really sad and everything. And as I left the club, you were there. One of the producers of the party said, "Yo, that was some straight up Keoki shit you pulled tonight." And I'm wondering.
Do you remember the first Party Monster party we did when they had the chopped mannequin legs in the DJ booth? And I walked in and I was like, "Get those mannequin legs! How dare you? That's so rude. No taste."
Wait, you mean after the movie came out and everything?
Oh yeah, we did the party. I don't forget what city it was in, but they had the chopped mannequin legs. They were all bloody. Yeah. So they took them down, and then I just saw recently online pictures of me dancing with those legs. Like, that's fucked up, right?
How dare you? Take those down. I need to dance with those.
There's pictures of me. At the end of the night, I was so drunk. I was going out the club, and I had the legs, and I was like, woo! And someone took pictures of it, and there's pictures of me dancing with the fucking legs.
Tell me the Keoki song. What the hell was this Keoki song?
The Larry T. Well, this is back in the day when Larry T and I were friends. Larry doesn't like me very much anymore.
Why doesn't Larry like you?
I think because I jumped out of the bushes one music conference, wanted to beat him up or something. I mean, I went nuts one year. I forget.
Oh, I've heard stories about this. No, so this is when you got
DJ. Okay, I'll tell you. This is my opportunity to tell a story. So this is what happened. I was DJing and Larry T came up. And I was having a problem with the lighting guy. The lighting guy was giving me attitude because I was wearing assless pants. And he was like, I don't want to see that ass, whatever. And I'm DJing going, fuck you. I'm wearing whatever the fuck I want to wear. And the DJ booth is way up on top. You can't really see anything. So it's just me and the lighting guy. But Larry T came up, and it just so happened I was playing Larry's song. So I'm playing Larry's song, and just so I didn't think about it. And Larry T's like, yeah, and I'm going, yeah, it's great. But the lighting guy was giving me attitude. So all of a sudden, the lighting guy pissed me off, and I went like this. Boom! I stopped the record playing, and it was Larry's song. So Larry took it as, you're fucking with my song. And the whole crowd went, whoa! And the lighting guy came on. Larry's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, fuck you, fuck everybody. And the lava lamp went over the edge, almost hit someone in the head. So it looked like I was causing a big drama in the DJ booth, when in reality, I just wanted the lighting guy to fucking leave me alone. Larry T got mad. I decided to just leave the booth. I left the booth and they threw my ass out. They threw me out into the alleyway, actually, the security guard.
Yeah, this is
right into like a puddle of, I was wearing my Jean-Paul Gaultier white pajama.
Assless chaps.
No, I had made them assless. I could have done something to the back of them, but I remember that. And then because of that, Larry T was like, saying something about me. I heard him say it, and I had just read that he said something where he was the DJ at Disco 2000, and I was like, you are not the DJ at Disco 2000.
So then you jump out of the bushes.
I jumped out of the bushes. I'm gonna get you, Larry T. He was with me. Jason was with me, actually. It was not my most proud moment, but.
And have you seen Larry since then?
I see him. Yeah, I've seen him since then.
And you want to take this opportunity to say, "Oh my God, Larry, we love you."
Larry T, I'm so sorry. I treated you so rudely. Yes, I want to say I love you.
Tell me about some of the other club kids you see. Who else do you ever see? Richie Rich?
I don't see Richie too much.
Do you ever see genitalia?
No, living in Denver, you don't see very much.
When was the last time you went to New York?
I was in New York about a year ago. I guess I'm going to be there again this weekend.
Okay.
I'm thinking about moving back maybe in June.
Really? Where are you going to live?
Poughkeepsie.
Really?
Yeah, there's a club up there that wants to give me like a residency, motorcycle, a house, everything, just to live up there. It's not that. How far is Poughkeepsie from New York City?
We used to go to rave. We used to go to raves in Poughkeepsie all the time, and it would be like a 45-minute drive or something.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
I remember a couple raves going there.
I mean, it's close enough to New York. I mean, it sounds like something pretty stable and fun. I mean, I've been kind of waiting for the opportunity to go back. I'd be in New York no matter what. I mean, I left kind of just because of the trauma, I think, and now I realize that I can't be anywhere else. I miss New York.
So tell me what you're working on now.
Right now, I'm working on my new album, my 17th album. Different artists. I'm working with Jason Torres, Rockstar fame. Several different producers across the country, like up and coming new producers.
Now, you and I are going to be in Syracuse Friday, and that's, I think, the day that this is coming out. So, Syracuse Friday, what can we expect? I hear the Syracuse people are just lovely.
Whenever we do Party Monster parties, you and I together, they're always pretty fucking amazing.
The crowd usually comes out.
It's like everybody, it feels more real when you're there, I guess. It feels like, okay, we're doing something, this is actually authentic.
Right.
The ones I've done without you, they felt like just like, oh my God, am I gonna get paid? Because people kind of like, they go, okay, whatever, it's over now. There's not really. I mean, people who are throwing a Party Monster party, for the most part, they're doing it to make money and to capitalize off.
But I'm doing it because I want to get a chance to meet the people, meet the fans, meet the
exactly.
Honor the legacy of what the club kids were.
When you're there, James, it just adds a total authenticity to it. Right. And the parties are great. I play well. The crowd's really into it. The kids, they seem more real. Well, this is the whole thing. This is my theory. I think that we have to have. This is what I told my management company. How I would do Party Monster and continue to do it is if we did a positive angle with it, like the new club kid. Because when people come up to me and they say, "Oh my God, Party Monster is my favorite movie," I know they're not. I used to be like, "Oh, okay, your favorite movie is about someone being chopped up in my living room." I used to feel like, it's okay. That's really horrible. That you should find a better movie to be. But now I realize it's like they're not. They're just thinking.
They don't see that. They don't see any of that. What they see is the color and the beauty and the freedom of expression and all.
And that's how I've matured in that and thinking like that. But you have to have that aspect in the party itself because there's still that dark looming thing underneath it that someone did die You know what I'm saying? Behind all that. So you have to kind of have someone to lead them by the hand and say, okay, let's do this. Let's do maybe this city's newest club kid. Who's got the best look? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's just a matter of leading by example and just
You being there would be.
that's what I'm saying. Like, is that we have to show them that the spirit lives on and that it's about fun and it's not about.
Yeah, I have a really cool idea we're going to do. I'm going to talk to you about it with holograms and stuff.
When was the last time you talked to Michael? Which is one of the questions I get every.
I get that question all the time. Well, I speak to Michael through his lawyer.
You do?
Yes.
Are you writing letters?
Okay.
So I heard that Michael is in solitary confinement for a year because the lawyer got the superintendent suspended.
Oh, really? So
Yeah. No. Michael's still in solitary confinement, but by him getting the superintendent suspended, it caused more trouble for him.
Oh, shit. What I heard, this was a couple weeks ago, I heard that Michael he got in trouble because he wasn't going to pay the Crips and the Bloods any more money.
For a joint.
Yeah, so what they did is they planted a joint in his locker with cigarettes, but then they proved that he didn't smoke cigarettes. But then it turns out that when he was arrested, lo and behold, there are cigarettes there.
Which he uses
to trade for things. Yeah, exactly. So right. So then she came in to. Last I heard, she was arguing, but I got an email from her yesterday saying Michael's waiting for your letter. So.
But are you writing to Michael?
I'm starting to write him again. Yeah. It was difficult. I didn't know what to say to him. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me paintings. The paintings are great. I have them on the wall, and people are commenting how beautiful they are. And I started writing him about that. I didn't know what else to write to him about.
The thing is, I mean, you and Michael have such a past together, and you have so much in common, and you still have all those stories that like the fact that you and I can sit here and talk about the old days for hours and hours and hours. You can do this. Michael hasn't changed in that respect.
Exactly. I mean, and I was the one that went home with Michael every night, and Michael was only honest to me for years and years.
So there you go. I mean, so you will always have that basis of a relationship with him where you can always pick up, and even if you aren't talking about what I mean, with me, it's like what's happening in prison right now. What is your life like right now? And then it's also what was that party in 1987 when who?
Different connection. It was a different connection. You're right.
Yeah, but you can still pick up with that, right?
Right.
I mean, like you'll always be able to talk to him.
I guess so, but it's still difficult for me. It's like. I'm still kind of like upset about what happened, I guess. It's still to me, it's still kind of like he fucked up, kind of.
Well, yeah, of course he fucked up, but I remember at the time when you were having such a problem processing it and you were saying it's not true because that's not the Michael that you knew, and you sort of felt like you never knew Michael at all if he could do that.
I went back and forth with that all over. I mean, I was all over the place. I didn't think Michael did it. When he called me and I was in the studio, he's like, I did this and that. I was like, stop doing drugs. I'll be home in a couple days.
You did. I know. Even when he confessed to you, you still said no. He didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it. Exactly. I still don't believe it. No, I've come full circle with that.
Do you remember the time that you got locked out of your apartment and you and Michael jumped from the one balcony over to the other balcony like parkour?
Oh my God!
Remember, 17 stories up, you're fucked up out of your mind. You go next door and you leap. You lived over 17 stories up, and literally, it was far. It was not like this far.
What I did was, James, there was like a wall thing. I got on the wall part.
Yeah,
and I didn't balance. I looked up and I jumped on the thing. That was wow.
And I remember having after hour party, and people would be on those balcony like balancing like this, woo, like that. And it's amazing that more people did not die.
Yeah.
Like I still get nervous
later on in our life.
I still get nervous thinking about you leaving like that. It really upsets me. To this day, right now, I'm so mad at you for doing that. Why would you do something that stupid?
You convinced me to do it somehow.
Do it, Keoki. Do it.
No, I always wanted to be like, I'll show you, James. I'll do it.
It's so true. That's the thing, too, and that's a double-edged sword, because a lot of times I egg things on like that, like people were doing something to intimidate me or to show me or whatever.
I don't want to say you're crazy, but like, remember the time we went to Berlin, and we were in this hotel. Okay, we're in this hotel room. This James, come on. We're in this hotel room, and the whole time James is like, he starts becoming really introverted. Like, he goes in the bed, he comes over like this. I'm like, James, what's wrong? What's the matter? And he looks at me and he's like, you just won't understand. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? James, please just tell me. And he's like really like, oh my God. I'm like, James, what is it? And you're like, understand. I'm having the baby. I'm like, okay, this is James. I understand you mean something by that. What do you mean? What is it that's going on? It's my Genghis Khan. It's my Genghis Khan. It won't come out. You said something about Genghis Khan. So the whole time I'm thinking,
I thought I was pregnant.
yes, you thought he thought he was pregnant. We're in this Berlin hotel room where they wouldn't clean our hotel room because James decided that I said to James, I was like, if you're gonna come to Berlin with me, you better be ready. The flight's gonna leave at 8 in the morning. I'm gonna pick you up at 6. I get there, he's not ready. He's passed out. So I yanked you out. Literally, I yanked you by your neck. I was like, you're not gonna make me lose this ticket to Berlin. Get dressed. So he packs his suitcase up. All he brings when we get there is like 3 huge suitcases. He just brought gowns, like these big ball gowns and stuff. Like, I thought it was a joke. So we get there. So he unpacks the suitcase. The hotel room is like filled with just garbage. I mean, bags and bags of gowns. Anyway, the whole time I did not understand what James was talking about. It really bothered me. I was like, "Fuck you!" Then I'm fucking going out. I can't fucking.
Furious with me, and I was so mad because I was pregnant. What was it? I thought I was Sammy.
You thought you were someone from Days of Our Lives.
I was like, and I don't know how to tell the father. Blah blah. I'd been up for too many days, and I thought that I was pregnant, and Austin was the father.
Talking to me like. I sat there inside the bed going, what's the matter, James? Let's go out. You don't want to leave the hotel room? Come on, we're in Berlin. Let's have fun. And you're like, you don't understand. My baby, the father, whatever. And it was, if I had been watching General Hospital or whatever it was, Days of Our Lives, I'd have known what he was fucking talking about. But then we asked him to come clean the hotel room. And the maids were like, das weiß ich nicht, ich bin Mörder. Ah! They refused to clean our hotel room. Do you remember that? They refused to clean it. You were like, just have them come clean it. So I said, can you clean the? They came in. They were like, fuck no, they want to clean this room. We had to clean it a little bit before they cleaned the room.
Yay! Oh my God! Yay! It's the James Daily Freak Show. We're at Keoki out.
The only party monsters people should come to are the ones where we're at together.
Yes, totally. Okay, and we're going to be in Syracuse tonight, and everybody who's in the Syracuse area, in the New York area, in the Pennsylvania area, please come on down. Oh my God! Yay!
Bye.